Hello, my darlings. Now, this is a very powerful moment. If you've been watching yesterday, I wrote, casted, and experienced a very powerful clearing, a spell. But my spells are clearings. Okay, so let's get that clear. And this was a very powerful clearing because as a witch, as a healer, as a mystic, as someone who has profound consciousness and has clearly done this human thing more than once, a lot happened. Okay, I experienced a lot of emotion and the floodgates psychically were opened. So I want to actually take a minute because I am the love witch, my darlings, and I help witches and mystics break vampiric love patterns and attract safe love. So this is a part that I want to share. First of all, I woke up feeling fearless, weightless, powerful, a little bit arrogant, okay, but free, so free, okay, because the clearing that I did was about ending anchors and clearing essentially any energies that are tethering me or were tethering me to past life execution as a witch, okay? That experience for a witch comes with so many emotions, my darlings, so many emotions. So it's important that we clear that. The subconscious and unconscious level of certain behaviors, certain tendencies, certain interpersonal dynamics, certain relationships that are manifested in this lifetime, they're all associated with those things, right? So clearing them is vital, especially if you want to be a witch who is fully in their power, okay? But what's come up this morning is a different layer of that consciousness, of that clearing. And specifically, my darlings, twin flame consciousness. Okay, I've experienced false twin flames, okay, who ended up just being vendetta spirits who came from the same star system that I came from most recently, okay? But real twin. And it's important for us to recognize this concept, my darlings, because there's a reason why separation occurs. There's a reason. And the foundation of that reason is misalignment and protection. I've done a video before discussing the different reasons for separation for various pairs of twin flames, and it's all going to vary, but the paramount point here is behavior. What was your dynamic together? What was your dynamic together? More often than not, it's Plutonian, right? Plutonian. And as witches, many of us came from a past life where we were quite vampiric and harmful ourselves. Okay, so what this means is that this dynamic tends to be the same. Okay, and if you're someone that's come into this lifetime and is actually committed to the work, your spirit team is going to do everything in their power to keep you from this person. To remind you that reuniting with this person is harm. Okay, so this is just something I wanted to share. There is a deep desire and yearning that many of us possess to connect with that being that we perceive as the one person that understands our soul and our consciousness most. And the reason for that is we tend to have matching levels of consciousness with our twins, right? But what I need to point out to you, my darlings, is that someone who may have been your twin in a past life where you were quite vampiric and came into this lifetime and hasn't necessarily been able to fully break those patterns, they are no longer the perfect pairing for you. They are no longer your perfect twin. Because you have grown, my darling. You have healed. You have changed. You have ascended. And when we put so much energy and thought and fantasy into being the one person in the world that can help this being change, help this being grow, help this being break patterns, my darling, we are fooling ourselves. You know how hard it is to break patterns for yourself. Basing an entire relationship desire on hopes that someone can do it for themselves is a foolhardy endeavor. Okay, this is why I do what I do. Because you deserve a love that can meet you emotionally where you are currently. Confirmation. Not someone that's going to pull you back into behaviors that only harmed you and hurt your heart and soul. No matter how passionate, all-consuming, Plutonian, obsessive this relationship may have been in lifetimes before. Take care, my darlings.